Hello, hello. We are on part 3 of our series, Creating a Free Blog with Google Blogger. The first thing I want to tell all of you, just so that you know exactly how to get to this page, is when you log in to your Google Gmail account, this is always going to be here, which are these little dots here. You click on that, you scroll down, click on More, and there's Google Blogger. When you click on that, it's going to take you to this page. The other thing I would highly suggest is doing this on a laptop or a desktop. It can be very frustrating because on a phone or on an iPad, it's not going to look the same. It's going to be smaller. It's going to be hard to get around. So if you don't have one, I would say go to the library a couple times a week just to create a blog if you have to, because it's so much easier. If you missed the first few videos on the layout and the theme, I did post them in the description below, but you need to start there. A lot of times people will ask questions and the answer is right in the video, and because I can't answer everyone, I would suggest just watching these clips, because I'm only going to be doing them in 10 and 15 minute increments so that you can easily just click on the video you want rather than trying to find what you're doing in an hour-long video. So we did the theme, we did the layout, and the other thing that I want to touch on real quickly is the earnings. This is for Google AdSense. What that is every time you put an ad up and somebody clicks on it, just like with YouTube and those commercials flash by, you make a few pennies, okay? Pennies do add up, but you will need to have your blog active and you need to be on it where you're posting different things, whether it's your craft business, whether you sell crafts, whether you become an affiliate, which I'm also going to be teaching you is how to become an affiliate with Amazon. And you can add those to your blog post, or I'm going to show you how you can add a bunch of items that's going to look like a store on the blog, and you'll be able to promote that as well. So you need to have at least a good 90 to 120 days active, because when you go to apply, they are going to say, well, what are you offering and why would people want to be on your blog, more or less? So if you have no content, then you're not going to get approved. So you at least want to give yourself that you can try in 60 days. If you're going to post 3 to 5 times a week, you might get approved. I got approved through my YouTube channel, so it was completely different, but you can still use the ads through your AdSense account to Blogger, even if you were approved on YouTube. Okay, so today we are working on post, and each day there's going to be a different increment of what we are doing. So today is going to be the post. The next day is going to be how to add a subscribe button for your email. Then we're going to do pages, and what pages are is, say for instance you're on a website and you click on home, and then you have join my team, and then you have my monthly specials, and then you have contact me. This way, if they're at the top of your page and they want to contact you because they have a question, they just click on it. They're not looking all over the page for you. Or join my team. Well, I don't want to look everywhere. I can just click on join my team. It's going to take them to my Magnabilities website, and right here is join. Then I'm going to create some YouTube videos. It's going to show people how to get around. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, you may want to consider doing that. So I will teach all these basic steps along with the other videos that I share with my Dollar Tree hauls and my crafting. So they will be in the playlist where they're supposed to be, so you will easily be able to just go into that section and you can find these videos. So we're getting back to here, and we are creating a new post. Now, the other thing I want to tell you is, if you are typing and you get sidetracked and you don't publish it, it automatically saves on its own because it's going to be a draft. So don't worry if you don't do something. So what we'll do real quick is I'm going to put, you need the title here, because in here is where your archive is. So you need whatever it is. I'm going to put, welcome to Custom Jewelry with Sandy. Okay, so this is going to be in the archive for this particular month. Then I'm going to go to welcome to my, I'm rushing, so okay, so we have that there, and I decide that I don't want to type anymore, and I close it. And then you're, oops, it didn't save. Okay, see right here, it's the draft. It came up as a draft, and all I have to do is I can either click on this little box and I can delete it, or I can uncheck it, I can go back to it, and I can continue writing. All these things up here are just like they are on a Word doc. Here is the different fonts they offer. Here they let you do different font sizes. Here is like if I want this heading to be large, you have to highlight it and click there. I want it to be center, you come over to the center and you put it there, okay? So what I usually do on mine is I run an ad at the very top. So I might add an Amazon ad, which is a banner at the top, or I can create a banner that would take them to my Magnability site. So I have a couple of options and I'll show you how to do that. Then here, you always have to highlight. So when you're highlighting, it's in blue. I can undo it bold. So if I don't have it bold, or I can do it bold, and that's what that B is. If I want to highlight it, which is left click on a mouse, you italicize, okay? So I like that. Now what I want to do is I want to add a picture. Now, when your blog is up and running, you're going to be uploading images, and like I've done here, I have 2 of the same. But what we're going to do is I'm going to choose from, let's see, we'll do this one, which is the join. What I want to show you is if you have a bunch of images here and you want them, what you have to do is click on the images and both are going to be there. If I uncheck this one, then only this one's going to be there. So say you had 25 images and you wanted 5 of them, all you have to do is click on them and all of them are going to be added. So what I want to do is I'm just going to add this one. And if I want that, you click on it, you can make it large, you can make it extra large, you can bring it down to the original size, which is going to be too big because Google knows how big it is. We're going to go back to large, but if you want it right and you want to add some content here, you could. If you want it left, you can do it there. Content and properties, I'm not even going to get into it. Things can get a little difficult and I just want to keep it as simple as possible. If I want to change the color of this, which I will, I'm going to left click, highlight it. I'm going to go over here to purple and highlight it. And this is if I wanted a background behind welcome to my blog. I don't want to do that, but if I did want to do it, again, you highlight it, you come over here and you pick your background color. So let me just do it just to show you what it looks like. See how it changed it? I don't want anything back there. So all you do again is highlight it, go back to here and click on white. Okay, now it's white again. Now what I want to do is I'm going to come down and I am going to just paste something that I wrote, and right here where this Magnabilities is, I had a link here. So if I didn't have this link here, what I want to do is I am going to remove my link so that you know how to do it. So here's my Magnabilities website. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on it and copy it. Okay, and then we're going over here and I'm going to highlight it, click on link, add it here, and you want this box checked to open in a new window. This way your blog post is still there and this page is there. You don't want somebody completely off your blog because they may want to go back to it, and if they can't find it easily, then I'll walk away from it. So you want to do it that way. You can email them to an email address, but I never do that, and we're just going to click OK. All right, so we're all done and Magnabilities is there. If we want to preview this, we just come here and we preview it. And if you notice, this was saved and now it says preview and there is our blog. So we'll talk about comments. If you don't want comments, I'll show you how to turn it off. I'll show you how to answer or whatever you want to do. And the other thing I'll show you in the next few videos is how to put how many blog posts you want in a row. Like say for instance, you only want 3 and then you want it to be the next page. So that'll be another video. But again, like when I was telling you guys how to add these images in our previous video, this is what I mean. Because this is going to start going down and down and down, you don't want empty space here. So you want to keep adding gadgets so that you can have more information as they're scrolling down and they're reading, if that makes any sense. So I don't want to confuse anybody. This is our first post. So again, if I didn't do anything and I just forget to even save this, if I click close, here's our draft. All I have to do is click on it and we're back where we were. If I want to publish it, I publish it and I view my blog. It's no longer going to say preview. And this is our blog post. This is our first one, okay? So I don't like how big this is, and that's something we can go in and change. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go back to my blog. I'm gonna click on here, it's published. I'm gonna click on here, and I am going to make this just a little smaller. I'm gonna do it to, well, we had it large, so you have to kind of test things out. Let's just do it normal. And let's update it and let's view and see if it's a little smaller, because I don't want it to be, no, it's not. See, because sometimes you got to play with the different fonts. Oh, it's right here. Oh, I see what happened. This Welcome to Custom Jewelry with Sandy, this is our title. So we can't change that. But right here, this was smaller. So let's go back. And I got confused with the two. This is that big title at the top. This is the other title. We're going to make this one a little bit bigger. Let's do here. No. See what I mean? It's like I'm trying to get it to where it is going to fit on the page nicely. Okay, so now we're going to go and we're going to view our blog. And there we go. Okay, so welcome to my blog. If you notice, the background is white. This is our title, and this is going to go into the archives. See, before we had nothing in our first video, and right now, here is, we have one in here, and if they were to click on this, it's going to be our blog that we just posted now. So if that makes any sense, I'm hoping that I'm not confusing you all. Okay, so now what I did was I just clicked out of it, and it took me right back to where we are here. I will teach you how to schedule post, which means maybe on a Sunday morning you want to get up and you want to write 5 posts, one after another, but you don't want to have them actually be published. I will show you how to schedule them, but I'm also going to show you a software that I use that will publish it to Pinterest and Instagram with a picture so that you don't have to do this all the time, and it's only $10 a month. I absolutely love it, and it's a way for you to continue to live without being, oh my goodness, I forgot to do that, or whatever. So that is completely done, and we have our following video, and we are going to talk about pages on the next one, and then I will do a scheduled post just so that we can keep building our blog and not worry so much about the post, because we have to get into the pages so that all of that is finished, and when we actually start to share our blog, we have our join my team, shop my special, contact me. We're going to have all the pages done. So that will be the next video, which will be part 4. Okay, so we will see you on the next one.